Oh, that ball just barely missed outside corner for ball 4. So we got a runner on first, no outs. And up to bat is number 3, Caden Hauser. Caden will be batting on the left-hand side. And Nolan will be in the stretch. Sebastian gets the sign. Ball's down. Runner goes. Throw is there. Sebastian throws a strikes for our first out. Caught stealing. It's Davies with 1 out. That clears the bases. And that pitch was a ball, so we are 1-0. Next pitch is up in the zone. Fastball strike. Swing and miss. Evens the count at 1-1. Again, no outs. 1 out. No runners on base. 1-1 count. Oh, that ball is just barely inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Another swing and miss by Hauser. Evens the count at 2-2. Sebastian with the sign. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So we now have 2 outs. No runners on as Richardson steps to the plate. Sebastian gives the sign and the delivery. Strike 1. And the pitch. Ball outside. Even the count at 1-1. Again, if you're just joining us today, score is 0-0. And we are in the first with 2 outs, no runners on. Nolan Bethel on the mound. And we now have a 2-1 count. That ball missed down with number 15, Richardson, at the plate. That ball was up in the zone. We now have a 3-1 count to Richardson. That ball's down the middle for a strike. Evens the count at full count. 2 outs. No runners on. And the payoff pitch. Was a little bit up in the zone for a walk. That's the second walk for Nolan today. So now we have a runner on first. 2 outs as number 4, Murphy, steps to the plate. Richardson with a sizable lead over at first. Nolan eyes and delivers. In for a strike on the inside half. And Richardson's over there dancing around, trying to draw a little attention, disrupt the flow. Nolan just needs to settle in here and focus on the batter. Another strike and a throw down, which gets into right field. And backed up nicely is Costner, who gets that ball back in. Swing and miss for strike 3, and that ends the inning. As your Warriors face 4 batters, we had 2 walks, no errors, and 2 strikeouts. As we transition on and off, we'll try to update you with those, and Mason's going to give you a quick word from our sponsors.
Our second sponsor is Nicholas Jones. Please give Nicholas a call for all your insurance needs, including auto, home, power sports, and life insurance. A Philadelphia ominous. Give Nicholas a call at 865-675-0300 to start saving today. We want you to be satisfied until you are completely satisfied.
And it looks like your pitcher for Sweetwater will be Tyler Oates, and the catcher will be number 23, Caden Hauser, right-hand pitcher. He's got pretty good velocity for big guy here. We'll see if our Warriors can put the bat on the ball and make something happen here in the first inning. So Mason, tell me a little bit about school these days.
It gets complicated with having to sometimes wear masks. Masks aren't optional at Philly, but you can still wear them. It's different from when school used to be because of COVID now, but we still get to go outside, have fun, and make friends at school still.
Try to be as normal as possible, right?
Yeah.
While still trying to adhere to all the guidelines and regulations.
Yeah. We've also been taking the 9 weeks test this week. We have 7th grade ACT prep test on Wednesday, and we have 8th grade ACT preps on Thursday.
That's awesome. We'll be doing ours here shortly, and then you've got spring break starting next week.
Yep.
And so we've got Caden Ryden, who steps in to lead off for the Warriors, and he takes strike 1 down the middle. And Caden is really good at putting the bat on the ball and trying to make something happen, so we look for him to put the ball in play and try to be a good leadoff hitter here. That ball, second pitch, misses up and away. Even the count in 1-1. You've got Coach Curtis coaching first base, and Coach Costner is your third base coach tonight. As Caden swings and misses on a high heater, probably a little out of the zone, but it's a good hack at it. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Caden battling there and did a really good job of fouling one away on an outside pitch, off-speed pitch on the outside corner to stay alive. We'll stay 1-2. Another foul ball on inside pitch. Battles that one off. Another great job of trying to keep that ball in front of him and do something with it. Another inside pitch and change up, and Caden stayed back and fouled that ball away down the third base line. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Caden's putting up a good fight in there and not willing to go down easy, helping keep that pitch count up. That pitch was high and outside, evens the count at 2-2. Hopefully here Caden gets something he can put into play, make the defense work here. as he drives that ball deep left center field for out number 1. That ball was hit fairly well, almost to the warning track. It's a good lick by Caden Ryden for out number 1. Now up to bat, 0-0 Nolan Bethel. And the first pitch is on the way. High fastball, ball 1. Ball's outside and down for ball 2. Little history here. You got quite a few ball players on Philadelphia's team that go down and play a lot with the Sweetwater Rec team. This age group played together a lot, 5 and 6 year olds together, before Loudon started their team. That pitch was high and outside. Ball 3. 3-0's count. So Sweetwater and Philadelphia have quite a few boys that have played together over the years, and should be a good fun ball game. And that ball's down the middle for strike 1. Should have took a hack at that one for sure. Don't you think, Mason?
Yeah.
And that ball was up and outside for ball 4. So we have a runner on first with 1 out. And you have 42, Sebastian Correa, up to bat. We'll see if we can get something started here in the first. That ball was inside. Got away from the catcher a little bit, but not quite enough to advance the runner over. Just a reminder for all of our listeners, Philadelphia is a co-op squad that is comprised of Philadelphia and Fort Loudon Middle School students. Second pitch is down and away for ball 2. 2 balls and no strike, and Sebastian is not shy to put the bat on the ball when opportunities present themselves, so hopefully he'll get something that he can drive here and move the runner around. And that was a little on his hands, but he cut through that one. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike. It's a good cut. Nolan takes off. That's a swing and a miss, and that ball is a little late. Nolan comes in second with a steal. We now have a 2 ball, 2 strike count for Correa at the plate. Runner on second, 1 out. As shortstop's holding him on at second. And the pitch. Ball's inside. Ball 3. We have a full count. Again, your score is 0-0. Full count. 1 out, runner on second. And that ball was a little up, and Sebastian chased for a strike 3 swinging. So we now have 2 outs, runner on second. And Jaden Capshaw, number 16, coming up to plate, and he bats on the left side. Tyler from the stretch. That ball is inside. Just about got him. Jaden stayed in there and took that inside pitch for ball 1. And a pitch fouled off down the third base line. So we have a 1-1 count. 2 outs, runner on second. That ball is in the dirt, blocked up nicely by Hauser. Kept it in front of him, kept that runner at second. 2 balls, 1 strike. On deck is Black, number 17. It's a ball inside. 3-1 the count. Runner on second. And the pitch is inside for ball 4. So the Warriors are in business with runners on first and second, 2 outs, as Black comes to the plate. What do you think about the field? Looks really nice, doesn't it?
It does.
Looks really good coming out of winter.
Yeah.
We got a line drive hit down the between short and third, and that's going to bring Nolan home. And Kepshaw's coming to third. So Black comes through with a RBI single to left center field. It moves Kepshaw to third and Black to first and scores Nolan. So your Warriors take the first inning lead 1-0. That's odd. Usually you don't jump on the first pitch. Up to bat is number 33, Costner. And that ball is way outside and gets away from Hauser, but he was able to corral it and keep Black at first and Capshaw at third.
Was that the first hit of the game?
And second pitch from the stretch. Ball up and away as Black will go on a catcher indifference to take second. So you have runners at second and third. 2 outs, 2 balls. You got runners in scoring position for Costner. That ball's up, also up in the zone. So 3-0 count. Hitter's count here. We'll see if he tries to let his hands go here and put the ball in play.
Hopefully we get it.
That's right. Make the defense work.
Yeah.
That pitch is outside for a ball 4. So Costner takes the walk. There's now 3 walks on the inning for Tyler Oates. And that will bring up 13 Russell as Coach Todd Oakes calls for time to discuss it. And so you will have Capshaw at third, Black at second, and who do we have over on first, Mason?
Costner on first.
Costner at first. And on deck, it looks like you have Talon Costner. And so number 13, Russell, steps in with bases loaded and 2 outs. Warriors lead 1-0. That ball's down the middle. Looks like he took a little off just to try to get a little more control. So that first pitch was a strike. See if Russell can put this ball in play. A swing and a miss is another good pitch by Oates. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. And that pitch is in there for a called strike 3, which ends the inning. And your Warriors had 1 hit, 3 walks, no errors for the defense as we go into the second, leading 1-0.
We would like to thank Barnard Construction. Call Barnard Construction for your construction needs. specialized in pole barns and residential work. Call 865-809-8904 to speak with owner Michael Barnard. Michael is a Philly alumnus and a proud supporter of Warrior Nation Radio and Philadelphia schools.
And so going back out to the rubber for second inning is Nolan Bethel, and looks like your defense pretty much stays the same. You've got in left field, you have Max Russell. Center field, you have Costner, and in right field, you've got Costner. First base is Black. Second base is Capshaw. Udi will be playing third, and Caden Ryden is at your shortstop as Nolan delivers the last of his warm-up pitches, and Correa throws down to second. Another strike throw. Up to bat will be number 42, Key, for Sweetwater. And Sweetwater is decked out in
White and blue and yellow.
And we're ready for first pitch. Nolan's in the windup. And the delivery. First pitch is down in the dirt. Ball one. That ball scooted on back to the shortstop, so it's been tossed back, and Nolan's towed the rubber. And that ball was driven to right field, and Costner kind of came in and misplayed that a little, and that ball drops, and he quickly up and gets that ball back in to Caden Ryden. And so you have a runner on second, no outs. And Tyler Oates is up to bat for Sweetwater. And Nolan from the stretch eyes the runner at second. And steps off. And he picks up the sign again from Correa, steps back on the rubber, and delivers first pitch just outside, ball one. Boy, he looks like he's just right off the plate just a little.
Just a little.
And that second pitch also missed down and away for ball two. That ball's in there for a called strike. 2-1. Outside corner. Looked pretty darn close to that first pitch we saw just a couple minutes ago.
It did.
That ball's down the middle, fastball, swing and a miss. Evens the count 2-2. Mason, our lights are coming on here at Curtis Field.
It's getting dark out now, huh?
It is. Just missed for ball three, full count.
Glad the weather cleared up so that we could play today. It's
It
a
was.
beautiful day to play out.
It is a beautiful day. It turned out really nice.
It did.
I was worried about yesterday after all the rain this weekend. And,
Yeah.
Coach Curtis was able to put it together, and
At least it's not soup out and we couldn't play.
yeah, it's beautiful. And that pitch was just outside ball four. And so Oaks takes the walk. And we have DeCron coming in to pinch run for Oaks is your pitcher, as number 33 Gentry steps to the plate. As Coach Curtis calls time and wants to discuss with the umpire, I'm assuming some strategies for this next batter. As Gentry steps to the plate, you have no outs, runners on first and second. And that ball just missed outside. Nolan's got to get to a rhythm here and try to get an out so we can get out of the inning. Oh, he got him. A little bit inside. That cutter just didn't quite cut.
It'd be a nice time for a double play here, huh?
We need a double play bad.
Yeah.
And so that's going to load the bases for us as your Warriors look for an out to get out of the inning, or as Mason says, it'd be really nice for a double play. Maybe a line drive to somebody and catch someone leaning.
Indeed it would.
So Nolan to go back to the windup with bases loaded. This is a nice pitch right there to Miser for a called strike one. Nolan eyes Sebastian. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. 0-2 here. Hopefully they'll go ahead and go on after the batter here and try to get at least one. And then Mason's calling for a double play, so maybe we can get out of the inning.
Hopefully.
That ball's popped up back to the pitcher. Infield fly rule should be in effect for out number one. So Miser goes down with an infield fly rule. Your bases are still loaded with one out. As number 2, Rockholt, steps to the plate. Nolan still in the windup. And that pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. The ball's a little outside, but Rockholt chased for us. And your second pitch, swing and a miss. Could be a foul ball. Ball got away from Correa. That throw back to the pitcher was a little late. So that pass ball scores your first run, which evens it up with your Warriors 1-1. Moves all the runners up. So you have a runner at second and third with one out. Coach Costner is asking if he would check with the field umpire to see if that was a foul ball or not. And don't believe that he is going to look to ask for help. And so that run will score. Nolan stays in the windup and delivers for a swing and a miss to Rockholt, which should be strike three. Batter should be out if that was a swing and a miss. And the umpires are going to talk it over. I think they missed that swing and miss on pass ball. But Rockholt should be down on strikes, which would get us 2 outs. Runners on second and third with the number 9 hitter. So I'm not real sure what's happening here, but he is going to stay in the batter's box, and he's going to get another pitch. And Nolan makes him pay as he throws inside, beans him on the arm.
That must have hurt, huh?
I know I don't want to catch one of those. And you have number 10 stepping to the plate with bases loaded and 1 out. Campbell. Strike 1 down the middle. We got to remember it's first game for our ball players just as much as it is first game for these umpires. So everybody's got to get their feet wet at some point.
Yeah.
Get back into the groove. And that second pitch was a check swing strike. And Nolan paints the outside corner for strike 3 as Campbell gets caught watching. So we have 2 outs. Bases are loaded. A tie score of 1-1
Let's keep
as Davey steps to the plate.
Let's keep this momentum running so that we can get out of this inning.
Absolutely. Nolan winds and delivers for swing strike. Another strike down the middle, swing and a miss.
Nice pitch to Nolan.
It's a good location, good
It
speed.
is.
Davies was just trying to get a bat on it. We got a good crowd out here today, Mason, for a cool evening.
Yeah.
That ball's painted on the inside corner for a strike 3 for Davies as he goes down looking. And we end that inning with 1 error, no hits, 1 walk, and 2 hit batsmen. And we go into top with the score tied 1-1. And it looks like Talon Costner will come to the plate to start the Warriors off.
We would like to give a special thanks to Chip Lynn for promoting and supporting student broadcast all year long at Philadelphia, Fort Loudoun, and Loudoun High School. This is a Warrior Baseball on RedskinRadio.com, powered by 96.1 WLNT.
Well, we want to thank Chip Lynn. He does a lot for Loudoun community and athletes. And Chip, we really are appreciative of everything that you do to help support the students of Loudoun County.
Yes, he does a lot. I saw it at basketball games. I see it at football games. I see it wherever he really does it. He puts a lot of effort in for it.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff would not be possible without his support, tutorage, and backing. So we are very appreciative to him for that.
Yes.
Looks like Tyler Oakes will stay on the mound for the Sweetwater Wildcats, and Caden Hauser will stay in as catcher. And defense pretty much looks the same as Richardson stays at short, and Hauser throws down. And ball works its way back up to Tyler as we get things started here. And Costner steps into the plate. Tyler gets set and delivers. And that first pitch was ball high and away. I think with some of the pitching struggles that Tyler has had here with some of his command, if we just be patient and make him throw to us, we'll get some pitches we can hit. What do you think, Mason?
Hopefully we can hit a few and get a few home runs.
And so Tyler threw right there, and that's a ball. He toes and delivers with 2-0 count. And that ball's on the outside corner for strike 1. That ball down the middle for strike 2, evens the count, 2-2. Looks like our umpire's getting a little more generous with the strike zone, which is perfectly fine, as Talon swings through that one for strike 3. So Udi steps to the plate with 1 out here in the second. And that ball is up and away. Ball 1. And Tyler's really trying to get the ball down a little. And Udi's probably not the tallest young man on the team. So I think if he's patient here, might get a good pitch to hit.
Yeah.
So that ball misses down for 2 balls and no strikes. Caught the outside corner on that pitch for a called strike. Now ball's up and away for ball 3. So we have 3 balls and 1 strike. Nobody on. Tie ball game in the second. And the pitch. Ball 4 outside. So Warriors are in business here with a runner on first in the second as Udi draws the walk. We will go back to the top of the lineup here with Ridings, number 7 for your Warriors, with a runner on first, and Tyler's in the stretch, and the pitch. And that ball is outside for ball 1. Tyler eyes over at first and delivers. And that ball's down the middle for strike 1. I think Caden wishes he would have taken a cut at that one.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a good looking pitch there by Tyler.
Yes.
Evens the count at 1-1. That ball kind of got away from Tyler a little bit. For a ball, 2-1. 1 out. Runner on first. And Caden Ryden's at the plate. Nice hack at it there, and he fouled that one away, which will even our count in 2-2. He's looking to be aggressive, Mason.
Yeah. Hopefully this next hit he can get it.
Just want to put it in play and try to make them make a play.
Yeah.
And that ball gets away from the catcher, and that'd be ball 3 as Udi scurries down to second for a pass ball. And so we'll now have a runner at second, full count with 1 out. Caden Ryden's at the plate. As Coach Costner's coaching up Udi at second, giving him scenarios, situations so he don't get caught in a jam should the ball be pulled down third base line. And the pitch, that ball is driven down the line, and that ball is deep and gone. So your first home run of the season by number 7, Caden Ryden, and he just pulled that ball straight down the line, and that ball got out in a hurry.
It did, over the fence.
That's
Probably
right.
over the road.
And you wanted to see a home run, and guess what you just got?
Home run.
That's right. And so Caden Ryden with that hit put your Warriors up 3-1 in the second. So we'll get a ball thrown back in, and Nolan Bethel will step to the plate with 1 out and no runners on.
We've got some good food in the concession stands. We got hamburgers, candy, French fries, nachos, hot dogs, and more. Gigi likes to make sure we are all well fed here in Warrior Nation.
And that first pitch was called strike down the outside corner. So
Good thing
0-1.
Good thing he ducked on that one, huh?
And the second pitch is inside and high, and Nolan had to get away from that one. And that pitch was outside and away. 2 balls and 1 strike, no one on. Your Warriors leading 3-1 in the second. Now ball's up in the zone for ball 3. So we have a 31 count, and Coach Costner is telling him to be selective. This is a hard opportunity here for batter because you want to be aggressive, but not too aggressive. As Nolan takes an outside pitch for ball 4 and draws a walk, which brings number 42, Sebastian Cray, up to plate. So we've got 1 out, runner on first. Second inning with 3-1 lead as Correa toes the line and looks to try to make something happen. As Tyler steps off and walks Nolan back to first base on his lead. Want to keep that runner over there moving so that you've got that pitcher worried about that runner. Just got to be careful and not get too far away as Tyler takes a bait and throws over to first, and Nolan's back up easily standing up.
Hopefully we can get a home run this time and we can get score up to 5, 1-5 for us.
That's right. And that ball misses outside. Ball 1. As Mason said, he's looking for the home run ball. That definitely makes the game fun and exciting to watch.
It does.
That ball's up and in as Sebastian takes for ball 2. And if you have a chance, you'll want to come out and watch these Warriors play this season. It's a experienced group of young men who I think are going to be fun to watch. And that ball misses outside for ball 3. And you can see the frustration on Tyler's face on the mound. And hopefully he can get a little composure here and settle down.
Who was it?
That ball's put into play, and that's kind of in no man's land as shortstop goes out to get it. And that's kind of in short center. And Richardson makes the play. And Sebastian is out on a pop to center, which gives us 2 outs. With Jaden Capshaw to the plate. Nolan's on first. Tyler's pitching.
That was a lot of wristbands he threw off there, huh?
The umpire asked Mr. Capshaw to take off all his hairbands on his arm. So we had to call time and toss those off to the dugout. And now we're back in. There's no hold on Nolan there at first as he takes off, and that's a swing and a miss. And he'll be up easy at second for a stolen base. That was a swing and a miss by Capshaw. And so we're 0-1, runner on second, 2 outs. Warriors with a 3-1 lead. And Tyler steps off the rubber and walks Nolan back to second. That ball is outside, 1-1. Tyler's getting a little frustrated and a little cat and mouse game here on second base. And the pitch, that ball's way inside. Jaden has to step out of the way for ball 2. You have a 2-1 count. And the pitch down the middle is Capshaw catches that ball off his hand on the field. Hustle here. He'll beat that out. And he does not
like
beat it out. They call him out on the toss at first base as Nolan was coming across home. And so that will end the inning. That'll end the inning for your Warriors as Capshaw grounds out to first base. As we'll start the third inning here, your Philadelphia Warriors are up 3-1. And Mason's going to give us a rundown from our sponsors who helped make this possible.
Shout out to Brainerd Construction. Call Brainerd Construction for your construction needs, specializing in pole barns and residential work. Call 865-809-8904 to speak with owner Michael Barnard. Michael is a Philly alumnus and a proud supporter of Warrior Nation Radio and Philadelphia schools.
And looks like Nolan will return to the mound for your third inning as he starts getting loosened up for the third. And he's a little late coming out of the dugout as he was on the bases there at the end of that inning. Your infield will stay the same, as will your outfield, with Costner in center and in right, and Max Russell in left, Jaden at second. Caden Ryden with the long ball will stay at short, and Udi and Black on the corners. And up to bat should be number 23, Caden Hauser, as Sebastian throws down. We're getting ready to start the third inning here at Curtis Field.
Mason got homemade slaw and hot dogs.
As we start the top of the third inning, Hauser will be batting. That ball is inside for ball one as Caden turned a shoulder through.
Hopefully this inning goes smooth for us all.
That's right. We need a good 3-up, 3-down inning and get back out there and get those bats going.
We do.
There's a nasty cutter right there that started out on his shoulder and broke right in for strike one. So your count is 1-1 with Hauser at the plate and Bethel on the mound. And that ball's in the dirt for ball two. Looks like he overextended a little there. Just settle in and throw strikes. So that ball's hit hard to short. Short comes up with it, and the throw is across and got him at first. Good play by Ridings for out number one. So Caden will go down as a first out of this inning. And up to bat is number 15, Richardson, who drew a walk first inning. And first pitch is on its way for a called strike. And so we've got one out here in the third as your Warriors lead 3-1. And the pitch, another cutter for strike number two. Kind of buckled Richardson there as he was trying to see if that ball was going to stay in on him or as it broke over the plate. And Nolan comes back with a fastball down and outside, and Richardson chases for strikeout.
Seems like those fastballs really get him, huh?
That's right. Stay down and away.
Yep.
It's a good place to be. As number 4, Murphy, steps in the plate. And that ball's fouled off for strike number one. So we have 2 outs here in the third. So we've got 2 outs here in the third as Murphy steps in. Nolan in the windup and delivers. And that's strike. So we've got 2 strikes.
2 outs.
2 outs. There you go, Mason. And we're in the third.
With score, visitors 1, home 3.
That's it. And Nolan just throws a gem right there and throws that one right down the middle for strike number 3. And so they go up and down in order. 1, 2, 3 with 2 strikeouts. Ground out to shortstop. And so your Warriors will come back to the plate with a 3-1 lead. And we want to thank Chip Lynn for promoting and supporting all of our student athletes here and supporting the broadcast all along here at Fort Loudon and Philadelphia, along with Loudon High School. And remember, this is Warrior Baseball on RedskinRadio.com, which is powered by 96.1 WLNT. So, Mason, what's one of your favorite classes right now?
Probably did digital arts with Miss Peterson. We got a good group of kids. They're all really funny. We like to have fun. We make a bunch of videos. We got videos coming out from Philly News. Expect them sometime soon. They take a lot of effort to film, but we all have fun in the process of doing it. We either laugh or we like to have fun while doing them. They're just fun little things that we do every now and then. Whenever we really have time to and we want to have fun, we do that during lunch from 3:30 to about 5 o'clock.
That's awesome. It sounds like a lot of fun, and it's a good tool to use in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, she does it both here at Philadelphia, and she actually has a class that she does during school for a bunch of kids. You probably see 2 or 3 kids that do the LHS News magazine videos.
Yes.
For basketball and stuff. I had to hang out with them for a week or two. I was always next to them laughing while I was videoing for coach and stuff. But it's a really good thing if you like doing like videos, photography and all that.
Absolutely. And so we've got a pitching change for Sweetwater. And so number 42, Key, will step on the mound. And his first pitch got away from Hauser there and caught the umpire for ball 1 as Black steps in. And Black was instrumental in the first run that we had here in the first inning with a line shot between third and short for our first run of the game. And Coach Costner wanted to talk with him for just a minute, and now he steps back to the plate with a 1-0 count. Another ball in the dirt. So you got a 2-0 count. Hopefully Black doesn't get too antsy here and just settles in and waits for him to bring him something he wants to drive somewhere. He's had a good afternoon so far.
Yeah. Seems like they like to throw ground balls a lot.
Yep. And that ball's a little bit up and outside for ball 3. And so you have a 3-0 count, hitter's count. We'll see what he does here and if he can get something he can drive. And that ball's in there for strike 1, and that's a good eye by Black on just sitting back and waiting and making the pitcher throw a pitch. So you have a 31 count as Black steps in. And that ball misses low and away for ball 4 as Black takes the walk. So you have no outs. Black on first. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner. Never mind. Coach Curtis changed his mind. As number 33, Costner, steps to the plate, and we do go ahead and have a change as Kelch steps in as a pinch runner at first for Black. And Costner shows bunt and pulls it back as that ball was low and outside. That's a good decision. No outs, runner on first. Third inning, and your Warriors are up 3-1.
Hopefully we can get a home run or 2 in this one.
That ball's laid down. That was an excellent bunt by Costner to advance the runner to second. And Caden Hauser comes out of the catcher's box there and throws him out at first, but that was a great sacrifice bunt. And Max Russell will step in the box for your Warriors with 1 out and runner on second. That ball's in the dirt and outside and blocked up nicely by Hauser for Sweetwater. Another ball down and in the dirt by Key, which makes your count 2 balls, no strikes. Now it looks like we're going to have a lineup change with number 55, Nolan Bassett, stepping in the on-deck circle as Max takes a ball 3 inside with 3-0 count. There's 1 out and runner on second. And the pitch down the middle. So Max watches that one. It's a good eye. It's not been the most consistent pitcher here of late, so want him to throw strikes.
Yeah, definitely.
Max toes in here. And that pitch is outside for ball 4. And so Max Russell takes the walk with 1 out. And you will have Nolan Bassett stepping to the plate for your Warriors. And that ball's inside on his hands as he swings through that one for strike 1. Bassett shows bunt, and he does bunt that ball. That ball's down. And Hauser comes out of there, throws it to third, and misses Kelch on the tag, which will allow all runners to be safe.
Now batting for your Warriors, number 25, Briar Udi.
Nice bunt there.
It was a good bunt.
It was.
It's a good play by Sweetwater's catcher, just didn't get that tag applied. So we got bases loaded, 1 out with Udi up to bat. And that ball is outside.
All we need now is a home run, and we'd get 7 points. No, we'd get 4 points.
Yep, 4 runs across for a long ball here. I'm sure that'd be highlight of Udi's day if he could put one out there. And that ball's thrown in there for a strike. It's 1-1. That ball's fouled off back towards us by Udi.
Bases are loaded. We got 1 out, and this is a great chance for us to score again.
That's right. We need to get some runs across, and Udi's last number 9 batter, which will roll the batting order over. So just want to stay out of a double play. That ball misses down for ball 3. So we have a 3-1 count to Udi, who I'm sure has the green light if that ball's anywhere close. As he does, and he puts that ball in play as shortstop comes in, makes a play, and throws across the diamond for out number 2, but that scores a run, so you have a sacrifice by Udi to shortstop, which extends our lead and rolls the lineup over as you have Caden Ryden stepping to the plate, who just finished off with what, Mason?
Third
The
base?
long ball.
Oh, yeah. long
Remember?
ball. Yeah.
Home run down the line. And that first pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. So if I've learned anything, Mason, I've learned that you enjoy the long ball. And that ball's down and in for strike. Or did he call that one a ball? It looked pretty good, so we'll even the count at 1-1. And Caden puts a hack on it, and that ball's down the line as he throws across the diamond and gets Ridings for out number 3. And so your Warriors come across with another run, and in 4 innings, your Warriors have 4 runs, and Sweetwater Wildcats have 1.
If you have time right now, it'd be a great time to go visit Gigi in the concession stand. She's got all kinds of good food down there just waiting.
Please give Nicholas Jones a call for all your insurance needs, including auto homes, power sports, and life insurance.
Also,
A Philadelphia
Philadelphia
Owens, give Nicholas a call at 865-675-0300 to start saving today. We won't be satisfied until you are completely satisfied.
That's good. And so we'll start back here in the 4th, and your defense looks exactly the same as it has the whole game, as Nolan stays in at pitcher. You had a pinch hitter for Costner who stays in defensively as Kelch rotates back out. And Black was pinch run 4, and he'll return back in the defensive lineup.
Now batting for Sweetwater.
I want to remind all our listeners that all of our games here will be streamed and broadcasted through Redskin Radio. And
96.1 WLNT.
there you go. Good job. And so for your Wildcats, leading off in the 4th is number 42, pitcher Key, as Nolan toes the rubber and is ready to deliver. And that ball catches him on the head as he bends over. It looked like it was coming back a little, but
Now batting for the Warriors.
it came back over and
99, Oaks.
caught him for a hit batsman. And so we'll have a runner on in the 4th with no outs. Not the way we want to start the inning.
It is not.
And that pitch was inside to Oaks as Nolan falls behind in the count 1-0.
Ooh,
No.
that one went over the fence, huh?
And that ball's fouled away back over the fence for strike 1. It's a good cut by Oaks. And Tyler walked first at bat, so we'll see if Nolan can get him going. And we've got a runner going and got a really good jump, as that was a swing and a miss for strike 2. And runner advances. Key advances to second on a stolen base. And Nolan will stay in the stretch here with a 1-2 count. And that ball's hit to right field, and Costner doesn't quite come all the way up, and that ball's thrown all the way home. And runners stay. First and third, no outs.
For Sweetwater, number 33, Gentry.
And Gentry was hit his first time at bat. So we'll see if Nolan can settle in here and get out of this jam. And that ball's dinked down the line. Hopefully he'll let that go foul, and he does for strike number 1. As Black lets it chase down the line and get on the other side of the chalk.
You know it's cold when everyone starts putting their sweaters on in the dugout, huh?
Yeah, it feels pretty good in here, though, doesn't it, Mason?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like it is cooling off quite a bit. And looks like Sweetwater is going to put a pinch runner in for Tyler Oates as number 24, DeCron, comes in to run for him. So you got runners on first and third. No outs and one strike to Gentry as Gentry fouls that one away. So you got 2 strikes here. Coming out of winter and with all the rain that we've had, this field is in immaculate shape.
It is.
And the pitch low and outside for ball 1. So we have a 1-2 count. So that schedule change then will flip. Since we played home today, you have us playing home versus Sweetwater. And due to the field conditions, Coach Curtis was able to get the field ready here so we could play tonight. And then we will then travel to Sweetwater on Thursday, which was actually scheduled for us to be at home. And so that ball's dinked to kind of no man's land, and Nolan Bethel comes in, backhands it, and flips it to Correa at home, who makes the tag for out number 1. And so you'll have runners on first and second with 1 out. And that ball swung on and missed by Miser. As your Warriors still leading 4-1 in the 4th. Runners take their lead. Nolan eyes them, looks them back, and the pitch. That ball was way outside, and Correa with a really nice backhand grab out of the dirt to save the runners from advancing. It was a good snag, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Correa doesn't make that play. All runners advance 90 feet. And that ball is going to be hit to Udi, who throws to second for the force out, and they try to roll 2, but it was just a little late going to second. But we got the force out from Udi, and so that'll bring up 2 outs.
Now batting for Sweetwater, number 20, Landon
In the 4th, with number 20, Gentry, pinch hitting for Rockhart. And runners on first and third as Nolan toes the rubber and ready to pitch. That ball is swung on and missed. And the pitch, another swing on and miss, so 2 strikes quickly here for Gentry as the train starts flowing by the ball field. So you'll hear that noise in the background. So your Warriors are ahead. That ball's outside for ball 1. 1-2 count. Gentry looks like he's a little late on the cut there. What do you think, Mason? Just bring it in there and make him put a bat on it?
Yeah.
And that ball looks like it was painted on the outside corner. The umpire thinks differently, and so we'll even things up at 2-2. It's a pretty good-looking pitch there, Mason.
It was.
I think we've seen that called a little bit of both ways time to time. And that ball's definitely up in the zone. As Gentry's getting a little antsy in the box, and kind of looking for the umpire to help bail him out as we go to a full count. And umpire calls that ball outside for ball 4.
now batting for Sweetwater, number 16,
That will load the bases. Probably two pretty questionable pitches there. And looks like Burgess is going to pinch hit for Campbell, who struck out looking first at bat. So you're going to have bases loaded here in the fourth with your Warriors with a 4-1 lead. And Coach Costner's called timeout to talk it over with his pitcher and catcher. He's probably just telling them to settle down and just throw strikes and get the out.
Probably. That'd be my only guess.
So Nolan will be back in the wind-up as bases are loaded and comes with a high heater as Burgess swings a little late behind that one. And so maybe that chat did a little good. Pitch number 2's fouled back for strike 2. And so quickly we're ahead 0-2. So we need to get out of this jam without any damage. That ball's blocked up nicely by Correa as that was down in the dirt for ball 1. Again, bases loaded, 4-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch looked like a slider and he just got a little on the outside of it. Didn't quite come back like he had hoped. So you even the count at 2-2. And the pitch caught on the outside corner. Looked a little bit further outside than the other pitch that was watched as a called strike 3. And so Burgess goes down looking
Still Philadelphia 4, Sweetwater 1.
as they strike out. And so we had a fly ball to right field. 2 ground outs, 1 hit batsman, and a walk there in the 4th.
Special thanks to Chiplin for promoting and supporting student broadcasting all year long at Philadelphia, Fort Loudoun, and Loudoun High School. This is a Warrior Baseball on RedskinRadio.com powered by 96.1 WLNT.
And it looks like Key's going to stay into pitch for the Sweetwater Wildcats. And due up for your Warriors is 00 Bethel, who batting in the number 2 spot tonight, as Key works on getting loose for Sweetwater Wildcats. We've had 4 pretty decent innings. A couple balls hit the grass, but other than that, pretty decent defense. Made some good plays.
Agree, yeah.
And offensively, we've put the ball in play, made the defense make some plays, and we've gotten 4 across. So when they've walked us, we've made them pay.
Definitely.
And not to forget Mason's favorite play of the evening as Caden Ryden went deep there to left field in the 2nd to stretch us out to a 3-1 lead. And it looks like over in our bullpen, your Warriors will have number 7, Caden Ryden, getting loose. So that may be the end of the night for Bethel as he steps in to bat here in the 4th inning. And that ball swung on and missed. I think he was looking for the long ball too, Mason.
Definitely. That's all we need.
He looked like he was trying to go for that, and he's had 2 walks tonight. And that ball's down in the dirt and got past our catcher. So you have a 1-1 count. So Bethel with Correa on deck.
I still do think they really like those ground balls.
Yes, those pitchers seem to be burying it a lot in the dirt, don't they?
Yeah.
A lot of young pitchers will either bury it down in the dirt or keep it up high, just depending on their delivery and stride. So it's just something they have to work out. As that pitch from Key is outside for ball 2. That ball's on the outside corner, and Nolan swings through that one to even the count 2-2. So hopefully he shortens up here and tries to put the ball in play.
Hopefully.
Where was that one, Mason?
Seemed like it went through his legs.
That's right, that ball was down in the dirt for ball 3, which gives us a full count for Bethel, who's leading off here in the 4th. And the payoff pitch down and away for ball 4 as Nolan draws his 3rd walk of the night,
Now batting for the Warriors, number 42,
which will bring up
Sebastian Correa.
number 42, Correa, with Nolan on at first. And Correa has struck out. That ball's outside as Correa looks at ball 1. And Hauser eyes Nolan down at first and walks him back. Nolan takes off as that ball's hit up to Richardson. Richardson throws across the diamond and barely gets Correa, who's flying down the line. And so Nolan taking off on that pitch right there kind of kept us out of a double play. And so that gives us 1 out with Nolan at second. And Capshaw steps to the plate. And Capshaw hits one off the end of the bat. And that for out number 2, but that ball advances Nolan to third, and so you'll have 2 outs. Nolan at third and Black up to bat. And Black singled and walked tonight, and so let's see if he can find a hole here and get Nolan across here in the 4th. We need some insurance runs, Mason.
Please give Nicholas Jones a call for all your insurance needs, including auto, home, power sports, and life insurance. A Philadelphia alumnus, give Nicholas a call at 865-675-0300 to start saving today. We won't be satisfied until you are completely satisfied.
And so Black's in to bat here, and we have 2 balls. No strikes. Runner on third with 2 outs here in the 4th. And the pitch. That's in there for strike 1 on the outside corner. It's a good take right there early in the count. Don't want to dink something off to second. You want to try to find something you can drive up the middle or down the line. Try to get that run across. And I don't know how he got away from that one, but that ball was behind him as he ducked out of the way for ball 3. And so you have a 3-1 count with Costner on deck. See if Black gets a pitch to hit here. And that ball is down and away for ball 4 as he has the 2nd walk for the night, which brings Costner up to bat. And so you've got runners on first and third, 2 outs in the 4th. And Costner's up to bat. Costner had a beautiful bunt last inning and advanced the runners, but with 2 outs here, we're going to need something in a gap somewhere, as that ball is in the dirt and blocked up nicely by Hauser for ball 1. So Costner steps back in. Runners take their lead. Pitcher sets and delivers. And that ball's called strike. So we have a 1-1 count. And the pitch. Ball's outside, and Black took off on that pitch as Nolan danced down the line. And so we have a indifference there as Black takes second and Nolan stays at third. With a 2-1 count, Key delivers. That ball is up in the zone for ball 3. So you got 31 count with Russell on deck. Be really nice to get a couple runs across here in the fourth here.
It would.
Now ball's up and away for ball 4 as Costner draws the walk, which will give us bases loaded with 2 outs as Max steps in to bat. I really thought Sweetwater's coach would call time there and make sure everybody was on the same page, but Key delivers as Russell fouls one off first baseline for strike 1. And so your Warriors have Costner on first, Black at second, and Bethel at third, with Russell at the plate. And the pitch. Umpire felt like that was down a little, so we'll take a ball. So it'll be a 1-1 count to Max. So he steps in and Key steps back on the rubber. Eyes of runners. And Max puts it right back to the pitcher, and pitcher chooses to go home for out number 3. And so your Warriors leave 3 stranded in the fourth. As we move to the 5th inning here at Curtis Field, your Warriors are leading 4-1 in 5. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change as your number 7, Caden Ryden, is going to head to the mound for your Warriors. And Correa will stay behind the plate. And so your infield will change up a little as shortstop and pitcher switch places, it looks like. And so Udi will stay at third. Bethel will go to shortstop. Capshaw will stay at second. And Black at first. Max and Costner will stay in the outfield. And it looks like number 9, Kelch, will come in to right field for Costner. So Mason, who helps make this broadcast possible?
Chiplin from RedskinRadio.com. We have Mr. Fiesel, Philadelphia Elementary School's principal. We have a bunch of other kids that help out making broadcasts possible when we do weekly broadcasts. We all just really have fun. And we really do appreciate Mr. Fiesel letting us have this opportunity.
So he's not as uptight as he looks, huh?
Yeah.
He is? He is uptight as he looks, or he's not?
He's not, no.
No, okay. Good, good. He seems to be a pretty good guy.
He is.
Well, you all have done an amazing job.
And then we can't forget Miss Jones helping us. She's the one doing the camera tonight. You can't leave her out. She's one of the important girls here.
So if we get any bad images or viewing questions, we'll know who to reach out to tomorrow.
Yeah.
You can share your notes with her
Yeah.
after you review the tape tonight. Well, you've done a great job tonight. So they're going to roll their lineup over, and starting back off with number 3, Davies, to lead things off here in the 5th, with your Warriors leading 4-1. As that first pitch misses outside for ball 1. As Ryden steps back on the rubber and delivers. That ball is up and away. Ball 2. And that ball's down for ball 3 And so Ryden's going to have to settle down here a little bit and just throw strikes. Looked like a pretty decent pitch right there, but the umpire felt like that was still a little low. And so Davies is on in the fifth with a walk as they bring up their number 2 hitter, number 23, Cade Hauser. As he's tying his shoe in preparation for the at-bat. So we're putting double play depth here and see if we can't get a ball on the corners or in the middle. Try to roll this up and get 2 outs here in the fifth as Hauser squares up to bunt and pulls back for strike 1. So Caden put that one in there for strike 1. That ball's down in the dirt as Correa corrals it and blocks it up, which will even the count 1-1. That ball's up for ball 2. And so Hauser will take the advantage in the box with a 2-1 count. As Caden starting to settle in here, hopefully. Pound the strike zone.
Yeah. Seems like we score every inning right now, huh?
That we have. We've scored every inning but that last one, and we left 3 on in the 4th. So it's been a pretty good offensive night for your Warriors. As that ball's down and away, 3-1. And the pitch inside for ball 4. As Ridings takes a questionable inside pitch that probably could have went either way, and the umpire awarded Hauser with a walk. And so Costner calls time as he comes out to talk things over with Ridings. You'll have runners on first and second with no outs, and Richardson up to bat, and he's walked and struck out his first 2 appearances. Costner's telling everyone in the infield that we're going to roll things up if we get us a ground ball here. And outfield's going to roll to second, try to keep runners out of scoring position. And as Richardson steps in the box and Hauser toes the rubber. That first pitch is down and away for ball 1. And the pitch. Ball's just a bit inside for ball 2. Now ball is just a little up for ball 3. And so we need Ryden to settle in here and just get one across the plate and let that ball go. Let the defense work. And that ball's inside for ball 4. As that's 3 straight walks for Ridings. And that'll bring Costner back out. And at this point, I believe we'll have to have a coaching change. This is the second visit, or pitching change, since this will be the second visit. And it looks like he's going to give the nod to Jaden Capshaw, who's going to come in and pitch for your Warriors. And so he'll get his sweatshirt situated and get some warm-up tosses here and hopefully get us out of a bases loaded jam in the 5th with no outs. Mason, what's your favorite subject here at Philadelphia?
Let's see, probably, I'd have to go with, probably math.
Math, I will have to say, is probably my favorite subject as well. What do you like so much about math?
It's easy, but it's also just adding simple numbers sometimes, depending on how many numbers you have and all that.
You know what I like so much about math is it's just black and white, right?
My second one is probably going to be robotics.
Good. So have you all been prepping to compete any this year, or is that on hold due to COVID?
It's on hold, I believe due to COVID right now. But last year, we did do a bunch of competitions and all that. We went out to Lenore City to do a competition. Then we went to a few other places. We went to a place in Knoxville, and it's really fun. We learned coding. We learned how to operate robots and all that stuff. And Miss Sandage, who is the robotics teacher, does a really big part in it to help everyone out and help everyone to learn how to code and do everything if they want to learn how to do robotics and coding and all that stuff.
Well, that sounds like it's exciting. And so we're going to get back underway here as Capshaw's first pitch is low and outside to Murphy. And Murphy has struck out both times this evening. And that will start out with a 1-0 count. And that ball is fouled away first base side for strike number 1, which will even the count 1-1. And looks like Sweetwater's Hauser was taking off a little bit of a comfortable lead, and Capshaw did not eyeball him. And he does that time, and that ball's delivered for ball 2. A 2-1 count for Murphy. And that ball's down and in the dirt for ball 3. With bases loaded here, your pitcher has the option to pitch from the stretch or the windup. Just kind of depends on their comfort level, especially at this age. And that ball's in there for a strike, which brings us to full count. Some pitchers prefer to stay in the stretch, and others would prefer the windup. Looks like Capshaw's chosen the stretch and throws a gem right there to strike out Murphy for our first out.
We did really need that out, huh?
Yes, we did. So we still have bases loaded, but we've got one away with Key up to bat. And unfortunately, Key caught one in the backside there.
Yeah, seemed like that one hurt,
as
huh?
he's taking a trip down to first, and that will bring one across the plate. And that's the second time he's been hit tonight.
It is.
So he's going to need some ice when he gets home. And that's going to bring up Oaks to the plate for Sweetwater. And that closes the margin to 4-2 with bases loaded and one out. And so Oaks has walked and hit a fly ball to Costner, which fell just in front of him in the third. It's a great pitch. Fouled away, battled off there by Oaks, which is strike number 1.
Their tying run is on second base, huh?
It is. So our defense wants to make sure that we keep that run from scoring at all costs. Also knowing that we have the option to bat again as we're the home team. As that ball swung on and missed for strike 2. strikeout here or double play to end the inning would be great.
It would.
And we'll take either of those at this point just to try to either get an out or get out of the inning. And now ball's down and in for ball one. Not a bad pitch there. Definitely a pitcher's count. See if you can get him to chase on something inside, down and away.
Definitely.
As Jaden gets his sign and gets ready. That pitch kind of went back to the same spot, just a little too low.
The catcher's doing a great job on the balls in the dirt, huh?
Correa's doing an excellent job behind the plate, especially with bases loaded, keeping that ball in front of him. And he's had a lot of practice tonight. And it looks like we have a check swing, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough to roll double play. And we are going to have a double. Umpire called him safe. So we had a check swing ground ball to Ridings at second, who goes to Black at first for the out, as Richardson turns third to come home. And throw was there in plenty of time from Black to Correa, and Correa applies the tag. And umpire's kind of behind the play, and the umpire calls him safe. And so that ties it up. And so you now have a runner on second, and Gentry up to bat. And he's grounded out and hit by a pitch. And that pitch got away from Jaden, and Correa wisely holds on to that ball. There wasn't a whole lot he could do with that, as that ball got away to the backstop. And that happens sometimes. Just settle in here. We got last at bat, and throw strikes, and let's get out of this inning. Attaboy, as Cabshaw comes back with a strike on the outside corner. Swing and miss. So on that pass ball, runner advances to third. And another swing and a miss, as Capshaw blew that one by him. And Gentry looked very frustrated there as he stepped out of that box after that swing.
Let's hope we can get this one, huh?
That's right. Let's go ahead and set him down, as that ball's down in the dirt and scooped out by Correa. And so your Warriors are going to have to start strategizing for that winning run. I would think that time limit is going to be getting close. And that ball's fouled away down the first base line, which will keep your count 2-2. And Capshaw delivers. And that ball swung on and fouled away. Home base side. So your count will stay 2-2. It looked like that ball was up in the zone a little bit, Mason. I think if we could go back up there and maybe in on his hands, he might chase it.
Definitely.
As he does.
Nice.
You called it, Mason. And we'll get the strikeout there to end the inning. But unfortunately, the damage is done, as we had 3 walks there and a hits batsman. And Sweetwater Wildcats tied it up there, 4-4. And your Warriors will come back to bat, which should be Costner. And it looks like Kelch has got a helmet on and is coming out of the dugout, so it looks like he's going to pinch hit for us. Mason, if you would, go through our list of sponsors again for our listeners.
So our first sponsor is Brainerd Construction. Call Brainerd Constructions for your construction needs, specializing in pole barns and residential work. Call 865-809-8904 to speak with the owner, Michael Barnard. Michael is a Philly alumnus and a proud supporter of Warrior Nation Radio in Philadelphia schools. Our second sponsor, please give Nicholas Jones a call for all your insurance needs, including auto, home, power sports, and life insurance. A Philadelphia alumnus, give Nicholas a call at 865-675-0300 to start saving today. We won't be satisfied until you are completely satisfied. Our third sponsor, special thanks to Chip Lynn for promoting and supporting the students broadcasting all year long at Philadelphia, Fort Loudoun, and Loudoun High School. This is Warrior Baseball on RedskinRadio.com, powered by 96.1 WLNT.
Absolutely. And so as we start the fifth, we're going to have that pinch hitter who we thought, Isaac Kelch, pinch hitting. And Key is going to stay in at pitcher. And defense is going to stay the same for Sweetwater. And behind the plate will stay Hauser. And your first pitch is in there for strike one. Ball is a little outside, probably not something that Kelch is looking for to drive. And so it's a good take. And now that ball is down the middle for strike two.
Indeed it was.
Probably something that Kelch would like to see again.
Mm-hmm.
So Kelch falls behind 0-2, and that ball's inside and in the dirt and gets by Hauser. And brings your count to 1-2. And again, we are all tied up here in the fifth. And Kelch is pinch hitting. That ball's on the outside corner, down and away for ball two, which will even the count. And Kelch puts that ball in play, and it's kind of a slow roller down the line. That ball gets away from the third baseman, Murphy, as he overthrows first, and Kelch will reach on an error by third baseman Murphy. And so your Warriors are in business here in the fifth with a tie ball game as Udi steps to the plate. Udi is our number 9 hitter, and so we're going to roll things over here shortly. Hopefully Udi can keep things going. He had a sacrifice ground ball last inning and walked in the first.
Pretty sure they've been talking about what they're going to do in case they've got a bunt.
That's right. Coach Oakes called timeout, went out and wanted to talk with his infield because they want to make sure that they've got the coverage that they want should Udi lay down a bunt or put the ball in a specific position. They want to try to keep that lead runner from advancing any further at this point.
A run in this could win us the game. The time limit is probably coming close to an end.
I would think our time limit is about up, and Udi squares around to bunt, and umpire calls that one a strike as Kelch advances to second. Kind of looked like a foul ball, but they didn't call it, so Kelch will stay at second. We'll take it as Udi takes a pitch inside for ball one. And again, we've got Kelch at second here, and Udi up at the plate, and Key on the mound for the Wildcats. And Udi does a great job putting that ball in play. Richardson eyeballs him and throws it across the diamond for an out. And on the throw, Kelch advances to third. And so you've got one out. Kelch on third.
Worked out perfect, huh?
It did, and we'll take that. with Caden Ryden up to bat. And Caden's had a nice night at the plate with a home run in the third. And he's done a really good job of putting the ball in play. And that ball is outside by Key as Coach scurries back. And so we've got one out here in the fifth with your home team up to bat. Key pitching. Ryden's at the plate, and he takes one low and inside for a called strike. That ball looked a little low and outside, and Key got the call on that one. That gets you a 1 ball, 2 strikes, and you can hear little grumblings from the crowd. I think our umpires have done a pretty decent job being first game out.
Definitely.
Caden calls time as Key steps off the rubber. And Caden goes down swinging as he hustles down to first just in case it was a dropped third strike, and umpire calls him out off a clean catch from Hauser, which will bring up Bethel with 2 outs, tie ball game, runner at third. And really we don't need anything special. We just need a base hit somewhere.
If we're special, we'll get a home run.
I know you like those dingers. And that ball misses outside. Mason would like to walk this thing off with a long ball. Can't tell you a more exciting way to end a ball game. And I think Bethel was trying to do the exact same thing with that cut. It was a daddy hack, as we call them. So that evens things up at 1-1. That ball is up, and a good snag by Sweetwater's catcher Hauser with a 2-1 count. That ball's low and outside for ball 3. And you've got a 3-1 count here, so Nolan needs to be patient and make sure he gets a pitch he can drive somewhere.
Yes.
And not get over antsy. That's a good eye right there on an outside pitch to let that one go. And take the walk. And so you'll have runners on the corner with Correa coming up to bat. And Correa struck out in the first, but to put the ball in play both of his other at-bats. So let's see if he can find a hole somewhere here. They're going to hold Nolan at first, but not at third. And that ball cuts in there for a called strike. Again, we've got 4-4 tie here in the fifth. Runners on the corners, 2 outs as Nolan takes off. And that ball's fouled away. So we'll do it again here with 2 strikes. And Correa's just needs to shorten up a little bit. It actually helps us if they're holding our runners because it gives you a little bit more of a gap in holes on the corners. And so Nolan went ahead and took second there on a catcher's indifference, no throw down to save that runner at third. So now you have runners on second and third, 2 outs here in the fifth.
It's been a good game so far, huh?
It has been a good game. Oh, and that ball snaked in there for called strike 3 as Correa goes down looking. And that's going to end your fifth inning, excuse me. And we're going to move to the 6th inning with the tie ball game of 6-6. 6th inning, 4-4, as Mason corrected me. Feel free, Mason. Correct me.
Don't worry, we wish it was that score.
Yes, we would take a 6-6, but
Yes.
so that's 2 innings there in a row. We've had runners on and not been able to advance them, and that kind of bites you there when you have key runners on in scoring position and can't move them across the diamond. But that's baseball sometimes. It's a lot of times a failure sport.
Mhm.
And so it's just part of the game. It looks like we're going to have a
Now coming in to pitch for the
pitching
Warriors,
change
22, Sebastian Correa.
for your Warriors, and a little bit of an infield shuffle as well, as Correa will come in to pitch, and it looks like Black will move behind the plate. Bethel will move over to first. Caden Ryden will move to short. Udi's at third, and Capshaw will stay at second. Your outfield will stay right field is Kelch, Costner in center, and Russell in left. It's going to be a big inning for your Warriors. We need to shut them down in order to try to preserve this game and get back to the plate.
Definitely. We need to get lucky with these, huh?
That's right. We need to execute here. So besides the long ball, Mason, what else do you enjoy about baseball?
Played it for a few years when I was young, and then every now and then I'll like help my mom at a baseball game at the high school whenever she does it. Probably my second favorite thing would be outfield.
Yeah, and in middle school, outfield is a tough position because some of our guys are younger, and if you look out there, that's a lot of ground to cover.
It is.
So the field expands, and sometimes our kids aren't quite at full growth just yet. And so it's a challenging position for sure.
Definitely.
And so up to bat, looks like we've got Miser. With Correa on the mound, and we're underway here in the 6th. First pitch misses just a bit outside for ball 1. What about that pitch there, mate? That was hummed in there for a called strike 1. As Miser stood there watching. We'll even our count 1-1. As Miser swings through that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Correa's ahead here in the 6th. As Miser steps back in. That ball gets past Black as a little outside for 2-2.
Is it me or does it seem like the pitcher's bringing on some heat to us right now?
Yes, Correa's bringing it right here. You've got a pretty talented pitching staff here with a lot of really good arms. Boy, that ball cut back in there pretty nicely. And Miser was dancing in the box, wasn't he? But
He
the umpire
was.
calls that a ball. And so we will have a full count here and the payoff pitch to come. And that ball's hit to Capshaw, who tosses it over to Bethel at first for 1 away.
Now batting for Sweetwater, number 20, Landon Gentry.
And Gentry in to bat as Correa steps in. And that right there sometimes is the hardest out in these ball games, is the first out, and most definitely the third out. That ball's outside. Correa's kind of got a sidearm delivery on that outside, and that ball starts out on the batter's hip and kind of runs across the plate. And so for hitters, sometimes that's a struggle. That ball's up in the zone. 2 balls and no strikes. That ball's in there for a called strike as Gentry just kind of froze. So we have a 2-1 count as Correa toes the rubber and delivers for a swing and a miss, strike 2. And that will even our count out here at 2-2.
There's a lot of movement on his pitches, huh?
Yes, he has. As Correa toes the rubber and delivers. That ball is just a bit down, but Gentry did not chase. And so we are going to have a full count there. We'll have a payoff pitch to come, Mason. Blacker did the best he could to try to bring that one back, but that was just too far outside for ball 4 as Gentry walks for the second time this evening. And that will bring up Burgess, who struck out looking previously as he came on to hit for Campbell. So we will runner on first, 1 out. And that ball is going to be dinked off the end of the bat. And Correa flips it over to Nolan at first for out number 2. It's great athleticism by Correa on coming off the mound there, making a good play. Nice easy toss for out number 2 as Burgess is retired. Which will bring us back to the top of the lineup for Sweetwater with Davies, who's walked twice and struck out looking. As runner advanced to second on that ground ball out. Davies catches one off the foot there for hit by pitch as he will take first base, which will bring up Hauser to bat for Sweetwater, who has struck out, grounded out, and walked previously tonight. So we'll have runners on first and second with 2 outs. Infield's choice. As our infield's playing deep in double play depth just to try to keep the ball in front of us. And that ball's fouled away by Hauser straight back towards us for strike 1. Correa sets to deliver. And that ball gets past Black as everyone advances one. And wisely, Black hangs on to that and just gets it back to Correa. And Hauser has a 1-on-1 count. And so runners have advanced to second and third with 2 outs. And so infield needs to keep the ball in front of them and get the sure out at first.
Really need to hold them there so that we have a chance at
as that
getting
ball's
to the bottom of
hit
the
sharply to second for out number 3. Mason?
Now it's our turn to hit, huh?
That's right. So we're going to move to the 6th.
Sweetwater Wildcats.
We kept them off the board and giving us a chance here. And we'll start with our number 4 hitter, Capshaw.
We can win the game with a single run here, huh?
That's right. Any run across the plate will be great for us. And it looks like they're going to make a pitching change with Richardson, number 15, for Sweetwater, who's going to come on in relief.
Sweetwater will make a pitching change. Pitching for Sweetwater now will be number 15, Caden Richardson.
And so Capshaw will start us off.
I would like to thank, special thanks to Chip Lynn for promoting and supporting students broadcasting all year long at Philadelphia, Fort Loudoun, and Loudoun High School. This Warrior Baseball on RedskinRadio.com, powered by 96.1 WLNT.
Chip does a great job supporting our community.
He
So
does.
we're very appreciative of all of his efforts and work. And I've never heard him say no to any of our schools when asked for something. So we're very appreciative of that. And so it looks like our next home game will be Tuesday, March the 16th, which would be following spring break versus Polk County here at Curtis Field. And so we hope that you tune back in to pick up on the action here as your Warriors look to have a very promising season. And had the privilege of watching Richardson throw for the past several years. He will throw a pretty nasty curveball, and so hitters just need to settle in and wait for their pitch, not chase anything.
Leading off for the Warriors will be number 16, Caden Capshaw.
And Capshaw's going to come to the plate here in the 6th, the tie ball game. No one on, no one out, and Richardson on the mound as his first pitch is in there for a strike to Capshaw. So Richardson takes the advantage there for Sweetwater as he delivers his second pitch a little bit outside to even the count 1-1. We just need Capshaw to settle in here and just put the ball in play. That ball is way inside as he steps back to get out of the way as Richardson falls behind 2-1. Capshaw swings through that one on the outside corner for strike 2 to even the count 2-2. And the pitch. Oh, and got him on the outside corner with the hook as Capshaw goes down looking for out number 1. Mason looks like he's expanding his zone just a little bit here, getting late in the evening. As that first pitch to Black is a curveball that breaks in there for strike 1. And Black swings through that one for strike 2. We have one out, no one on. Here in the 6th, as your Warriors are tied with Sweetwater, 4-4. That ball's outside for ball 1. And so black will have a 1-2 count. And he comes back with the curveball that breaks in there for strike. And black goes down looking for strike number 2
Now batting number 33.
here in the 6th. And so Costner comes up to bat in the 6th with 2 outs, no one on. And that first pitch is outside for ball 1. And so Costner is looking to end this game, as Mason would say, with the long ball. As Costner swings through that one for strike 1.
Can't get any more strikes. We got to get that home run.
Now ball's up and out for ball 2, a 2-1 count. As Richardson settles in. Throws another curveball. That one's close on the corner there, but your Warriors kind of get the nod as ball 3 with a 3-1 count with Max Russell on deck. And Costner swung through that one for strike 2. And so we'll have a full count and payoff pitch here to come. And Richardson sets and delivers. And that ball's called strike 3 on the outside corner as Costner watched that one go across. And so your Warriors go down in order. 1, 2, 3.
As we move to the top of the 7th inning, it's
All
Philadelphia
caught watching.
4, Sweetwater 4.
And so we're going to enter the 7th with Correa still on the mound. And your infield positions will stay the same as they were last inning as Correa starts to get loose. Mason, what's something most people don't know about Philadelphia?
The teachers are really nice. They're helpful. They know how to deal with problems that other people might know how not to deal with them. They're loving. They're kind. Whenever you need something or to talk to someone, they're always there for you.
And that's an excellent description of your teachers. That's how all of our teachers should be. Tell him that's going to cost some money.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a good looking principal here. His looks must cost a lot of money to look the way he looks.
I think Mason's saying that Mr. Fiesel's paying for his looks.
Sweetwater number 15, Caden Ryden.
Just for being right here, but that's real great.
And so your Warriors will start this 7th inning off with Correa on the mound and Richardson at the plate. Richardson has walked twice and struck out swinging once. And Correa's first pitch is outside for ball 1. And I know it's easy to get frustrated for these young pitchers, but pitching is one of those things that's a conditioned sport. As that ball misses outside, it's one of those things you just got to get out there and do it over and over before you start to find your groove. So these guys we've seen missing a little on the outside and down and away, they'll find their stride here shortly and start pounding that zone, because they most definitely have the talent. As that ball misses in the dirt. 3-0 count to Richardson.
Definitely.
Defensively, we've had a pretty decent game, pretty clean game.
Yeah.
Offensively, we've left some runners in scoring position, a couple innings that I think we would love to have back. So we got to grind it out here and try to pull out this win. As ball 4 misses outside and Richardson takes his walk
Now batting for
to
Sweetwater,
first.
number 4, Maddox Murphy.
And so Murphy will step in, and he has struck out 3 times this afternoon. As Richardson takes a lead off at first, and Correa eyes him back over, and Bethel's holding him on. And that first pitch gets away from Correa as that ball's behind him for ball 1, and Richardson will take second on a wild pitch. And so with no outs here in the 7th, Sweetwater's got a runner in scoring position with Murphy up to bat. Murphy swings at a high fastball up in the zone for strike 1. We just need to get this first out here and then just work from there.
We do.
That ball was down in the zone, and Correa's called for a balk as Costner asked for time to get clarification as to what he did so he can help his pitcher, and it looks like he did not pause when he came set. And so Correa will make that adjustment, but that's counted as a no pitch, and Richardson will take third, and that would be the leading run for Sweetwater should they get him across. And that ball's just a bit inside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike here in the 7th. No outs, runner on third. Tie ball game. And that pitch misses outside for ball 3. And so we have a 3-1 count here. As your Warrior dugout's encouraging Correa here just to settle down and throw strikes, let your defense work. That pitch is in there for a strike as we go to full count. And that was a nasty curveball there that dropped in there. Murphy was running for the dugout. He thought he was hit. So that ball dropped back in there. Another curveball in there, and that one just missed a bit inside for ball 4. As Murphy takes the walk. And Key steps into bat. And he has been hit twice tonight. And so we'll see if we can't get him out this evening to start our inning off. And so we have no outs, runners on first and third. And that ball's a bit outside. As Coach Curtis calls time for your Warriors and goes out to talk with Correa and Black at the mound. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of offense from Sweetwater this evening. We've just put them on in positions and they've kind of dinked it. Yep. Where your Warriors have put the ball in play a little bit more than Sweetwater has. Those walks have cost us, and those are what I was talking about earlier. I think those will get cleaned up as the season goes on and our pitchers settle down. That's not going to be an issue. You'll see once we start getting a little bit closer to the end of March. As well as the bats. Those will come along as well. And so we're going to zoom play here as Bethel holds on first. Cray will be from the stretch. First and third, no outs. Tie ball game here in the 7th. And Correa delivers a strike. And so you'll have a 1-1 count here to Key, who's a little antsy in the box after being hit twice this evening. Mason, would you be a little antsy after being hit twice?
Oh, yeah.
I think I probably would too, as that runner advances on a catcher indifference, and we can't throw down there without Richardson coming home to score. But we get a swing and a miss there by Key, which brings your count to 1-2. And so now we have runner on second and third, no outs, tie ball game in the 7th. And that ball's fouled off just barely for Sweetwater, which puts everybody back, and we'll do it again. And Sweetwater's filling the opportunity here as they're getting a little chatty. Whew, and that ball, don't know how, but just missed that outside strike zone. But it was sure close. That was a great toss by Correa. Great spot right there. And so you got a 2-2 count to the batter. Mason, did that? You have a little better vantage point than I do. How far off the plate was that?
Not too far, but it was out there.
Not too much?
A couple inches.
There you go. There we go. And Craig gets him on a swinger there for strike 3. And so there's out number 1. And Oakes comes up to bat, and he had a fly ball, a walk, and a ground out. And so Coach Costner will give him an intentional walk to load the bases, which will give us the opportunity for a double play or force out to try to get out of the inning. And so that brings up Gentry, who has grounded out twice and was hit by a pitch. So we'll take a double play or a force out at home to keep those runners from scoring. And that first pitch is up in the zone. Ball 1. Coach Costner and Curtis are directing their outfield out a little bit, and their infield in on the corners. And middle is staying deep so they can try to roll something up should that opportunity come available. And the 1-0 pitch is fouled off back towards us for strike 1 as we even the count 1-1. And the pitch. Oh, it's down low. Ball 2. And so we have a 2-1 count. Can you hear Sweetwater over there, Mason, chatting it up?
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to get their guys motivated, try to get those runs across, as your Warriors are encouraging their defense and pitcher to try to hold them where they're at. And that ball gets past Black, and he turns to try to make that toss, but it's not in time as wild pitch crosses Richardson, which will give Sweetwater the 5-4 advantage here in the 7th and bring your count to 2-1. And so Correa will toe the rubber with runners on second and third with 1 out. And that ball sweeps in there for a called strike, which will even the count at 2-2. As Correa gets ready for the pitch. And that ball strikes in there for strike 3, and that was well needed. As Gentry goes down looking, and Miser steps to the plate, and he is grounded out twice tonight. And swings at the first pitch for a strike. And Sweetwater has taken the lead here, 5-4. And your Warriors have 7, 8, and 9 up to bat when we get back in as a home team. And that ball skips away from Black, and another run's going to come across. As that ball got a little down in the dirt. And another run will cross for Sweetwater, which will move Sweetwater's Oates up to third base. And so we'll have 2 outs. And with a 1-1 count to Miser, who's at the plate. And Correa readies. And that pitch got away. And Oates stays at third. Doesn't attempt that as that ball came right back to Black. So Miser steps in with a 2-1 count in the 7th, with Sweetwater leading 6-4. And that ball's lifted in the air, first base side. Nolan and Black make a run for that, and Nolan looked like he just misplayed it, and that ball drops in foul territory. Great hustle by both those young men. And so we'll take that as a strike, and that will even the count with 2-2. Would have been nice to have grabbed that one and ended the inning.
It would have.
And the pitch from Correa is past Black on the outside corner for ball 3, and Oates stays at third. And with Correa's delivery, kind of throws across his body. A lot of those balls are across Black's body, and so he's having to reach on that outside corner to try to snag them. And the payoff pitch on a swing and a miss, strike 3. And so that will end the inning, but the damage is done as your Warriors are now trailing 4-6. And as I said earlier, that brings up our 7, 8, and 9 hitters before we roll that lineup back over. And it looks like Richardson's going to stay in at pitcher for Sweetwater. So I'm going to hand things off to Mason here, and he's going to finish this inning off for Warriors.
Pinch hitting for the Warriors, number 22, Mcintosh.
Batting up for Philly, we have number 22, Mcintosh.
This is Ben's first at bat for the night.
Indeed it is. And we got Richardson with the pitch.
That ball looked low and outside.
It did.
The second pitch snuck in there, didn't it?
It did, yeah. Behind us that goes.
Nice foul ball, way to battle there by Mcintosh.
It is.
So what's that count going to give us there, Mason?
1-2.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
It looked bottom right to me, huh?
Yep. Which will even our count.
2-2.
Yes, sir.
See 3-2 now.
Full counts. Good eye by Mcintosh letting that pitch go.
Strikes out, right?
Struck out there on a swing and a miss, but too close to take, so had to try to put a bat on it.
Mm-hmm.
So Kelch steps into the plate for your Warriors.
You got 1-1 for your strikes, balls, and outs.
That pitch looked a little up and inside.
It did. Looked middle right to me, huh?
Yep, so that ball's in there for a called strike.
You got 2-2 now.
Oh, what happened there?
We struck out.
Kelch got caught looking there on a sweeper down and away. And so that brings us with 2 outs.
We got Udi up on the base now.
And Richardson's not really doing anything fancy. He's just putting the ball over the plate, and our boys are just kind of watching, worried about that curveball more than just making contact.
Yeah, they're waiting for the right opportunity to hit.
That's right, and that ball was inside and buzzed Udi.
Nice hit by Udi. Makes it to first.
So your Warriors got something going here in the
Stepping into
seventh.
the batter's box for Philadelphia, number 7, Caden Ryden.
We have number 7, Caden Ryden, stepping up to hit.
So your Warriors have a runner on first.
Mm-hmm.
2 outs.
Tying run at the home plate, and he'll hit a run. Home run, I believe.
And Riding's had a home run there in the 3rd inning.
He did.
So we don't need it all back, but we sure would take it, wouldn't we?
Yeah. Anything to win the game, huh?
That was a good eye right there. It's that ball cutting away. Another ball on the outside.
They like throwing them to the outside, huh?
he's putting them on the outside and trying to make them chase. And Udi did a good job of putting a barrel on it that last at bat and snuck one through between the gap there at second.
He did. It's 2-1 with 2 balls and 1 out.
That ball looked pretty darn close, but the umpire gave us the nod there for a high ball.
He did. 3-1 right now.
Looked like he was a little indecisive on that one,
Yeah.
but definitely was a strike.
Mhm.
And brings us to what?
3-2.
3-2, 2 outs, runner on first.
We just need a home run right now. That's all we need.
Home run would be nice. Oh, and that sweeper missed just outside for ball 4.
Batting for Philadelphia, number 00, Nolan Bethel.
Winning run at the plate right now. Nolan Bethel.
It's a good rivalry here. A lot of these boys have played together for a long time, and so this is not the first time these two have squared off together on the diamond. So sometimes it's went our way, and other times it's went their way. So we'll see how things go right here. That ball was fouled off, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Strike 1.
We got 1 out right now. And 1 ball. Oh, sorry, 2 outs.
That ball was outside. And that ball was inside.
They go different ways every time.
Yep. He's trying to work the zone. So our count is
2-1 right now.
2-1, 2 outs. Runners on second and first. That ball's up about his eyes, but hard to lay off of sometimes.
Yeah. It's 3-1 right now.
3-1, so he's going to be looking for something down the middle that he can drive and hopefully not chase anything.
Three, 2 outs.
As he took a big cut at that one. And so we have a full count here. That ball was fouled back.
It went back towards the nets.
So Nolan get another pitch here.
Yep, with it's 3-2 now.
And that
There
ball
we
is
go.
drove deep. And it's down.
1 in. 2 in. Tied game now, 6-6 in
that
the
ball-
7th inning.
That ball he hit deep to right center field right there.
Amazing pitch and hit.
Ties it back up
Now coming up to bat for the Warriors, number 42, Sebastian.
as Nolan went in feet first on a bang bang play there to second. As Sweetwater's coach comes out to discuss that tag and call of safe. But it's just one of those things. Umpires make mistakes sometimes. It was a bang bang play. Could have went either way, don't you think, Mason?
Yeah.
And we've had some go our way tonight, some that have not. That was big right there.
It was.
Now that brings up Correa, another really good bat here in the 7th inning. And we've now tied it back up.
We got,
First pitch curve, wasn't it?
yeah, curveball it seemed to me. We got 0-1 right now.
There we go.
Came right back at us for, I believe, strike, right?
That's right. So fouled it right back at us, which counts as a strike.
0-2 now.
Big walk-off here if Correa can put in a gap somewhere.
Yes.
Not a way to hold up on that one. You'll have to tell Nolan tomorrow if he'd eat his Wheaties, he could have ended that game. You like the long ball. That sure was close. That would have been a good way to end that one. As
Yes.
that ball is down the gap, and it's
Come
booted around as
on.
Nolan comes around third, and that throw
There we
comes in, but it's
go.
not in time as Correa hits the walk-off for your Warriors, and they come up victorious 7-6 in 7 innings as Correa came through.
And with that hit, your Warriors 7, Sweetwater 6.
What do you think about that, Mason?
That was good. That
First
was
radio broadcast of
Yeah.
the year, and you get a walk-off.
Yeah.
Those don't happen a whole lot.
Everybody will hang around. We'll have our JV game coming up here momentarily. Please hang out and watch these.
Thank you guys for joining. We will see you after spring break at our next home game.
Yes, we will. Thank you, Mason. You did a great job.
Thank you.